Hey, my sexy criminals. I'm back, and this time with a conspiracy on the sexy blonde bombshell herself. None other than, obviously, Meghan Trainor. I mean, y'all have been on your hands and knees just fucking begging me to do a video on Meghan Trainor. I can't ignore the comment after comment after comment about talking about Meghan Trainor's deep conspiracy. Also, look at my nails. I honestly was not expecting this video to be a conspiracy video, but when I was doing research for this, the wheels started turning, girl. So I was reading through my Meghan Trainor news of the day when I saw all of these tweets about her new song, Criminals, charting. Instantly, I was just like, what? What's going on here? And I mean, as the Virginia representative Meghan Trainor fan, I thought it was my duty to ensure that I uncover the dark secrets behind what was going on with her song Criminals. You know, I may not be Meghan Trainor news, but I know that I can do my due diligence and serve my Megatrons well. And I actually discovered some deep lore that I've never seen anybody talk about before, so I'm excited to share it. So, as we all know, or maybe we don't, maybe you've already clicked out of this video when you heard it was about Meghan Trainor. Maybe I'm just talking to myself. Maybe I should just give up and go fishing. Well, guys, I caught myself a shamu. So, as we all know, Meghan Trainor released the deluxe edition of her 6th major label studio album, Timeless, a few weeks ago. It featured 3 new songs, one of which was positioned as a single. These 3 songs were called Make a Move, Booty featuring Paul Russell, and Criminals. So on Twitter, I saw about 30 different tweets all talking about how Criminals was going to enter the Billboard Hot 100, how it was entering the top 10 on iTunes. I was like, damn, everybody is just lying together. So is this news true? Let's listen together. Chapter 1. What the fuck is this song?
Lock me up 'cause I've been bad and I know I'll do it again. I'm guilty, I'll confess. Realize, we gon' get real rocks.
I can very distinctively tell that her vocals and the production just sounds very different than anything else on this record. Ugh, moans so much. That sounds so good. Ugh. Chapter 2. Analysis. So one thing I immediately noticed is her vocals. They're just so different than any of the other vocals that we've heard on Timeless, mostly because they are kind of foggy, ghostly. They kind of sound distant. I feel like it wasn't mixed properly. It almost sounds like a demo. But it's such a stark difference from anything else on this album that immediately it jumps out at you. As for the production, it is a completely different style and genre of music altogether. Everything else on Timeless and on Taking It Back, it's all doo-wop, it's all retro, it's all that kind of style, and they are all completely different songs, but production-wise, they sound very cohesive.
But I've been like this, I've been like this. Run your mouth, but I'm on your lips. Saying, I bet you was asleep. Wake up, sleeping on me. Don't put my love on hold. Call me my baby.
Criminals, however, just jumps out at you because it's so different. It doesn't sound anything at all like anything else on this record. It's giving club dance pop, very much giving, you know, I don't know what it would be giving. Maybe like, kind of like Ava Max. I immediately think it is a follow-up to Genetics.
How you get that bass? Is it all fake? Playing in LA.
It sounds very similar to the production, the vocals, and everything. And I love Genetics. Which I could kind of see her going back to that style. I keep seeing fans comment that on Twitter and all over the web. And then non-fans, fucking losers, keep commenting that all of her songs sound the same ever since Made You Look. Which is just wrong. Boo. Anyways, so the song just sounds completely different in every aspect from anything else from the album. It feels almost suspiciously out of place, almost as if it was meant for another project of hers. Chapter 3, Treat Myself. Whip out those Tide Pods because I'm taking it back to 2018. In March of 2018, Meghan Trainor released No Excuses as the lead single of her upcoming third studio album, Treat Myself. The song fared well in the US, peaking at number 46. A few months later, she announced that her album would be released in August of 2018 and opened up the pre-sale. This was the album cover. She then released 2 more promotional singles from the album, Let You Be Right and Can't Dance.
Even if you can't dance, just hold my hips while I roll my hips. Even if you can't dance, I'll handle it.
Can't Dance remains a fan favorite among Megatrons.
Even if you can't dance, don't stand and watch.
She then released 2 more promotional singles from the album, including the title track. However, these unfortunately did not chart either. A few months later, she announced that the album had been pushed back to 2019, which then would eventually be pushed back to 2020, a whole 2 years later. With most of the original songs intended for the album being discarded and scrapped from the record, as well as the original album cover, this is where Criminals comes in. Before the album was originally scrapped, Meghan Trainor confirmed on Twitter that her favorite song from the album was a song called Call Us Criminals. Over the years, a few snippets of that song has found its way online. And well, I think the next part is a little obvious. Chapter 4, Lock That Bitch Up. Meghan Trainor News either had reliable insider information or just guessed at fucking nothing. But they actually tweeted well ahead of the deluxe edition announcement that Criminals would be on the record. Lo and behold, they were right, because Meghan Trainor reworked this scrapped song from 6 years ago and released it on her deluxe edition of her 6th album. So let's give the demo a little listen.
Lock me up, cause I've been bad, and I know I'll do it again. Blue lights, red lights, with you. Anything that feels this good. So call us criminals, criminals. Call us.
I love both versions, and that's what I find very interesting. I feel like the beat drop in the demo is not as strong as the beat drop in the final version. I will also say I do really love the sirens at the beginning and in the chorus. It adds something interesting to the song, I would say. It does feel more like I'm being hunted down because I'm a criminal. I also think that she probably used the original demo vocals. And maybe it's not a demo, but like she used like the original like vocals from the scrapped song and just reworked the production around the vocals that already existed, which is probably why the vocals feel the way they do. So why is this song seemingly charting or going viral? What is that all about? Chapter 5, The Conspiracy. The main reason why the song's charting, which is super obvious, is that it was on the Netflix's new show called The Perfect Couple as the theme song. The show premiered on September 15th, a few days before the song started picking up traction. However, the deluxe edition with the new song Criminals was released just 3 weeks prior to the TV show coming out, which is crazy because it made such an impact within 3 weeks that they immediately put it in a TV show. I don't think so. Not only was the song used as the show's opening theme, but it was also a huge dance number.
We gon' get real out tonight. Come on. Anything that feels this good, well, it must be illegal.
In an interview with the producers of the show, they said the moment they heard the song Criminals, they knew they had to put a dance number surrounding that song in the show. So here's one thing we do know. We know that they heard the song before they ever planned the opening theme or the dance number. And based on my research, The dance number was filmed 8 months prior to the conclusion of filming, which the conclusion of filming was on June of 2023, which should bring us to about February 2024 for around the time they filmed the dance number, which was also about a month before Meghan Trainor made any sort of announcement publicly about her upcoming album. Essentially, what I'm getting at is this means that they filmed the dance to the song Criminals about 6 to 7 months before the song was ever even released to the public. You may be wondering, Shane, how could this be? Or not. Or maybe you just don't care about Meghan Trainor like I do. Or maybe you just don't care about my feelings. Well, here's my theory. It's quite common for scrapped or unreleased songs to be shopped around for different, productions, albums, or new artists, or all that kind of jazz. As we see by Kesha's unreleased music from her debut album, Animal, being used in Victorious, and how Britt Smith's 2012 demo song, Karma's a Bitch, that was unreleased and scrapped, got into the hands of Jojo Siwa to be released this year. Things like that happen all the time. I imagine the demo for Criminals was probably shopped around TV, movies, and maybe even other singers. I mean, the show's about criminals. I can imagine him just typing the word criminal into some sort of music online database and hearing this song as the first result and being like, yes, bitch, this is what I'm going with. I then think they contacted Meghan Trainor about using the song in their TV show, and she was like, yes, you can use this song, but with my stipulation, I'm going to reproduce the song and then release it on my new album. Because at this point, she was definitely in the planning stage of this album. Then I imagine she reproduced the song, kept her original vocals in it, with just enough time to be included on the deluxe edition of her 6th studio album, Timeless, which I think is genius. I just think it's smart, okay? I've always thought Meghan and her entire team are actual geniuses because of the smart ass shit they do all the fucking time. Personally, I think this theory makes the most sense. I think it explains why this song in particular feels like an afterthought and doesn't really match anything at all about this album. I personally think she had no intention of ever releasing this song to the public, but I think that this was kind of the perfect excuse she needed to do so. Largely also, I think because she stated that it was her favorite song and it never was released. I just think it was all of these things just happened to perfectly line up and she released it. So, will the song end up charting? I hope so. Truthfully, I have no idea where the song will end up on the charts. It truthfully is charting on the iTunes chart in the top 10 right now and not really doing much on Spotify. I don't know. But it is doing well on radio. Right now, Whoops.
I think what you really mean is whoops, whoops, you messed up.
And Criminals are all in the top 50 on the US pop radio charts, as well as Joyride by Kesha. But I do have very low hope that the rumors that it'll chart on the Billboard Hot 100 are true. I mean, hello, I hope that it is true. Duh. I mean, I would love more than anything in the world for her to have a massive success on Timeless, because Timeless is such a good album. Obsessed. Album of the year for sure. Maybe it'll chart if this video blows up. Well, that's all I have, folks. Please share this video with a Meghan Trainor fan in need. Make sure you stream Criminals and leave it in the comments what you think of the song. Do you believe my theory? Do you think it's true? You better. If you want to share your music conspiracy theories with me, I do have a Discord server that is linked down below where I am open to chatting with any of you guys all about music or anything else you want to talk about. I'm here. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye!